because one's not mine. So first rabbit is Dot. Dot is the first rabbit I got. I got her in like March of this year, and I've had her ever since. Dot is fully grown. She's a small rabbit, just because she's mixed with many other types of rabbits, and her dad is also very small. Stop.
And how old is she?
Dot turns a year this February, and she's gonna have a birthday party with her 7 siblings. And it's gonna be really cute, and I'm excited. Dot is mixed with multiple different breeds. Her mom is a mixed breed already, so she's a lot mixed with something else that what they never knew. And her dad is a Polish, so she's a part Polish and part something else that we don't really know.
Is she neutered or?
No, none of the rabbits here are spayed or neutered, and they're all girls.
Right. Well, I know they said something about if they're neutered or spayed, they live longer, or like are better.
That is a true statement. They do live longer.
Do you know why? I never knew why.
I don't know if it's because there's more health concerns with rabbits that aren't spayed or neutered, because there's things that could happen when they're like pregnant or whatever and all that. So that might be why, but I'm not really completely sure. I'm not that sure.
And how long? Do you know how long they live for?
I'm pretty sure they can live for up to maybe like 15 years with the proper care. But I think like the usual age is like 12.
12 to 15 maybe.
12 to 15, usually, sometimes. Unless they get sick and then they might die sooner. Sad. Cheers.
You call her Dot because of the dots, right?
I didn't name her.
Oh no.
Well, okay. So with her with the 7 babies, who we got her from, my friend, who I think was in another video. She was in my birthday video. She's the one who gave me Dot, and she had 2 rabbits that accidentally breeded, and the mom had 7 babies. And they named them all their temporary names, and hers was Dot. And she turned out to be a girl, so I couldn't really think of anything on the spot because I wasn't really like thinking about it, and I had a limited time because they had to get papered and shot it, like shots and stuff. So I just left it Dot. So I just call her Dotterkins. Or
Now,
Dot the
does she
donut.
have papers, or do any of the rabbits have papers?
The only the only rabbit with like papers is Feeny, who's over under the tree. Dot has like what her breeds are and stuff like written down, but she doesn't have like professional papers.
Okay.
But she does have her shots and stuff. I think, yeah, or something like that.
Nice.
Do rabbits get shots? I don't really know. Guess we'll never know. She's just a long.
Let's see the other one. Get the other
That's a
one.
lot of work. You have to go back.
There's 2 back there.
Oh no.
So after about 30 minutes, I'm trying to chase her around our Christmas tree. We finally got her.
Yes.
And who's this?
Okay, this is Poppy. She's, oh, funny, we're going in order from who I got from first to last. Okay, I got her from a pet store, so she's a pet store bunny. So she is a Holland Lop, and she's muy cute. She's just a cute child.
She has red eyes.
Yeah, she's very pretty red eyes.
Is that like a certain kind of
It's a
like-
color scheme. So there's albino, and there's colored, and right in the middle of albino and colored is pointed, which is pretty much where they get the little brown nose and the brown ears. And sometimes they have brown paws, but she doesn't because she's special.
So all Holland Lops have that?
No,
Oh.
only she does because she's special. I mean, I'm sure there's other ones who do, but it's just the color scheme. Most have like dark colors though.
How old is she?
We don't really know because we got her since we got her from a pet store. They get their bunnies from breeders, and I guess I don't really get very much information, so we weren't able to really get her exact age. But if I were to guess, I'd say she's probably just under a year because she hasn't started being very super territorial. But she's also kind of a late bloomer, so she's just very chill and sweet.
How's her temper? Is she like...
She's the sweetest rabbit you could ever own. Like, she's just a precious child. The only one she'll attack is Feeny.
Well,
Because
she's
Feeny...
not, so that means she's not that chill.
Oh, no, she's chill. It's because Poppy's older than Feeny, so Feeny, since she's slightly larger, tries to be more dominant over Poppy. But since Poppy's older, she wants to be dominant, so she'll sometimes like give her little nips to put her in place.
Like kind of challenges her.
Yeah, like if Feeny were to challenge Poppy, she'd nip her and get her.
Oh,
She does that.
she is cute. Okay.
She's very cute. You are sitting in the weirdest position. Stop.
Look at her ears, like one up, one down.
She does that. It's weird. You just put her ears up. She's a not floppy-eared bunny though. You stay down though.
She's cute.
She's just my chill bunny. She's my
Now, is there any of them you're gonna like
show
show or even breed?
The only ones who are being showed or bred are Feeny and Hazel. Feeny because she's really good show quality and she would make a really good show rabbit, and she's also might be being bred because people, huh?
What do you call a show rabbit?
They don't. I don't think they really have a name. They're just called show quality.
Show quality. So,
yeah.
but when someone says, "Oh, I have a show quality rabbit," what exactly are you telling them?
What they're pretty much looking for is good body mass, good fur quality, and good patterns. A good fur type, so not like too thin and not too thick, but in like depending on the breed of rabbit, if it's like soft or coarse or just how like pretty much just overall how they look. And they're like patterns. Some rabbits have better patterns than others. Like if they're more symmetrical, they're better to show, like because they look prettier. And like Feeny is show quality because mostly her colors, just because she's gray and she just has the white, and she's just a really pretty rabbit, man. Poppy would not be show quality possibly because she's a pointed. Usually pointeds have brown paws, and she doesn't have brown paws, so it kind of messes up her show quality if they look at that. If they don't, then she'd be pretty good show quality. Dot would not be good show quality, I don't think, because of her dots on her back, because they're so all over the place. Hazel might be show quality because she has nice posture.
And they have to have papers, right?
Yeah, most rabbits need to have papers to be shown, depending on where you're showing them.
Right.
Some places require it, some places.
So are we planning to show her anytime?
I want to show her. They do it in the summertime usually, so I might sign her up and do that with her, just because it'd be fun.
Probably this coming year then.
And if you win shows, you get money.
Nice.
So they get to support themselves in a way.
Going like in a contest, right?
Yeah,
Like you go
pretty
against
much.
others,
There's just a
yeah.
bunch of rabbits, and they'll grade them on certain things, like just things. I'm not really that sure. I've never been to a rabbit show. Yeah, they're right there.
She likes to get hugged, like a little.
She enjoys being held sometimes. I can actually hold her like a baby, and she'll actually let me. Like it's great. Like I can just. We love a good baby rabbit.
She is cute though.
With her little leg. Show her leg down, girl. She's just the littlest baby. She looks so tiny. So yeah, she's pretty chill. She gets along with Feeny just because they're bonded. And when two rabbits are bonded, it basically, it's kind of like the rabbit equivalent of being married. So they're kind of like married in a way. But she also gets along with Dot just because they kind of grew up together in a way.
Nice. Well, let's see.
Miss Feeny.
Yes, Feeny. Bring out
this
Feeny.
should be
Well,
fun.
yeah. Let's go and
Okay. This is gonna be an interesting piece of the video because she's Feeny. Okay. This is Phoenix Joy, but we call her Feeny, and I'm scared. Just because she will attack my face if I give her the chance. Probably. It's never happened, but I don't know. She might. She probably will. She's not very happy with me right now. Whew. Okay, so Feeny is said to be a Holland Lop, but she's kind of big for a Holland Lop, so she might be mixed with a mini Lop. The only way to know is if I can find her papers, because I never really looked at them, but if I can find them, I can figure it out, just because they have her parents and stuff. So Feeny is my show quality rabbit. She's probably gonna be shown, and she might be bred, but she's kind of mean, so maybe not. She's a pretty girl though. She's very.
her temper is.
Her temper is horrible. I'm surprised she's not flailing around right now. Hello. She does not like being held or handled, and she scratched me already, and she's just kind of like, leave me alone. But she's a pretty girl.
Yeah,
She's I feel like she's waiting for her moment to escape, and I'm kind of afraid. Poppy's over there. So Feeny and Poppy are the ones who get along. Don't. Oh gosh, this is gonna be fun. Okay, so Feeny is show quality because of her coloration. Like, there we go. Stop. It's not funny. Stop it. No. Oh my Jesus. That was interesting. Stop. She's very symmetrical, we'll just say, because I was gonna try and hold her up for the camera, but she said no. No? Okay. And so she has a nice coloration. She's got really pretty colors too. I personally don't see a lot of like gray rabbits like this color. I see a lot of like black and brown and white and all those. But she's just got a really nice color.
So the show quality.
I think well, oh, she messed up her ear. There's a sign of a dominance thing between her and Poppy. Poppy nips at her ears. Stop, you're scaring me. She has a soft neck too, fun fact. But yeah, she's very fluffy and she has nice posture and she stands up nicely and she's very large. But it might actually mess up her show quality if she does end up being mixed. But because they're both types of lops, it might be okay. I'm not really that sure. I'll figure it out. That's something. She has an interesting mouth shape because her mouth goes like that and it's just like a little like W shape. It's kind of cute though. She's got a lot of charm, but she's just a very large jerk.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice way to put it.
It's the only way to put it. It's true. Like, she scares me. She said no. And there she goes. She said I'm done.
We are going. All right, yeah. So let's. Yeah. Well, hold on.
She flopped. Wait. Get her.
Where?
She flopped.
She flopped.
She flopped.
Oh, nice.
What is that?
Okay, if a rabbit, wait, are you still videotaping? Okay.
Yes.
If a rabbit flops, that means they're very comfortable in their surroundings and where they are, this is really funny because she was just flailing trying to get out of my arms, but she flopped under a table. I don't think it's called flopped. I think it's just called laying down, but I call it flopped.
Now, why is Hazel?
Having issues?
Yes.
Hazel's having issues because she's the newest rabbit. First off, she's kind of like the misfit of the group. She's also very large, which scares me with... Okay, she's already tried to go after Feeny. For reason, I don't know. You never know with rabbits. They're just kind of like, get out of my territory. This is my area, leave. And since she was in their territory, but she probably didn't really know it was theirs because it was her first time in there. So she was probably like, leave, go back in your cage, leave me alone. Her and Poppy, I don't know if they would get along, and I'm kind of scared to try it because Poppy's so tiny and itty bitty, and she's a beast. Like, she's huge compared to Poppy. So I don't really want to like mess with that just yet, just because it's scary.
Yeah,
But yeah.
you really don't know what they can do.
Also, females are a lot harder to pair than males. Well, that's not what I meant to say. Okay. You can pair 2 females, 2 males, or a female and a male. If you're pairing 2 females, it's kind of complicated just because they both always want to be dominant. Same thing with males. They always want to be dominant. But if you have a female and male, and they're both unfixed, that probably wouldn't be the best idea because they'll have babies. Unless you want babies, then you could do that. But I think the best pairing is a fixed or unfixed female with a fixed male, because the female won't be fighting for dominance and the male won't be trying to breed, so they'd get along perfectly. So if you want to get 2 rabbits, I recommend getting a female and a fixed male. Rescue the male, because rescuing is better than adopting. Facts.
Nice.
Or not.
All right.
Okay, so we finally got the other 2 and then captured Hazel. It's been a fun time. So this is Hazel. Hazel is a Flemish giant, and there's a slight chance that she might be mixed, but like, it's not that big, it's just kind of there. Just because she's not that big, or as big as a Flemish giant could be, because there are rabbits larger, and they're supposed to be the largest breed. Because I've met a rabbit that's about slightly larger than she is.
It could be because she's still young.
Yeah, because we haven't really had her that long. We've had her for just under a month about. Hold on. And we don't really know how old she was before we got her, so we don't know how old she is at all. She's got a random age.
And her temper is like.
Her temperament is so weird. She could be the most lovable, sweet, nice, precious child rabbit ever for 1 second, and then about like 10 seconds later she could be charging at you and biting your fingers off. She's interesting. She's fairly sweet though. She's good.
So what do you think about her being a breeder? Or should I say, a breeder.
She'd make a good breeder. She'd make a nice breeder. I feel like if she was with a male, I'd be kind of concerned about the bonding of the two, just because she's just kind of weird about the other rabbits. I don't know how she'd do. Got soft fur under here. It's nice.
So hopefully
Hopefully she
we
gets
get
along
the
well.
right
Yeah.
the right male.
It may take a while though, so it usually does. Whereas with them, it took 5 days, just about.
She's so soft and fluffy.
And sweet and innocent and cute.
Don't let
She's
her
got
fool
a
you.
little neck thing down here. I should not put my finger there. Don't let her fool
And
you.
that's
She's
like,
kind of a joke.
and that's like what, for protection
It's
or?
I think I'm not. You see now, I'm not really that knowledgeable about like larger breed rabbits because I've had my little guys for the longest time. Oh, don't do that. She just bit my wrist. Thanks. Really appreciate it. But like, okay. Thank you. Look at now she has her own stage. Hello. She has her own little center stage. So like, there's Flemish Giants who have this little neck flap thingamajiggy, and there's Dutch rabbits. And I think it's just kind of the extra fat from them being larger breed rabbits. Just because small breeds don't really have it. There might be a couple types that do, but not many do. It's just kind of.
And now when we was talking earlier about like how long they actually live for, is that like all rabbits, 12 to 15 years?
I'm pretty sure, but there are some rabbits that have more health concerns than others. Like during pregnancies and things, lops have a high tendency of getting like issues with the pregnancy, whereas other breeds won't have a higher.
And that's
higher
because
chance.
they're smaller.
Yes.
Okay. I'm learning.
I'm learning too. I'm not an expert, obviously. Wow.
Nice. She is so relaxed.
She's like, I'm done. See, most rabbits, she's not completely comfortable here, because if you look at how she's kind of like laying down, she's just kind of like flat against the ground. Whereas we had Feeny over there who completely flopped. Like she just flip-flopped like a little pancake. And that basically means that they're very comfortable in their surroundings. There's a lot of signs to look for. Rabbits do this nice little seizure jump thingy. It's called a binky, and basically they throw themselves into the air and just like twitch. It's really weird looking, but it's funny to watch, and it might be a little scary if you see it and you don't know what it is. So if your rabbit does that, it just means they're happy. They also do a little kicky thing with their legs, and that means they're content with their surroundings.
And what's the other thing you was teaching me when they
Thumping.
jump?
If a rabbit thumps, be concerned, because they're probably gonna charge at you, and they're just warning you before. You scare me.
Now what's that little thing when they rub their chin against things?
Rabbits have a scent gland on their chins. So when they're rubbing it on things, it's kind of the equivalent of when male dogs pee on things. They're just marking their territory.
Oh.
All breeds do it, except boy rabbits will actually spray on walls, and it's awful.
Nasty.
It's real nasty.
Whoa.
Especially when rabbit pee is like weird colors.
Oh. Colors?
I mean, it's not like green and blue, but it's like orange. It can also be like a really dark, like reddish color, I guess, sometimes. It's like, I think I've seen it like with this one, Darkins, a few times, but not the other ones. But it sometimes happens when you swap their food and they're just like not used to
She's
it.
trying to attack. She's going like
They're
that.
just digging into it. They're like, hey, who's in here? Wanna get it back in here? Sorry, we're messing with Dot. She's like, alright, cool. Yeah, she does it a lot, which is interesting. I'm not really that sure why.
Alright guys, so we're gonna wrap things up. It's getting a little late. Go ahead, Raven.
So today, we learned that we have 4 rabbits on our family homestead. Got Dot, Poppy, and Feeny who are together, and Hazel, who's currently running down the hall. Are you good? All right. So we learned that out of the 4 of them, we got like the pairs. We also learned some things that you can look for in like their behaviors, like thumping, binkying, flopping. Also, there's also scanning. So if you have a red-eyed rabbit and they just kind of like sway from side to side and are looking around, it's just something that they like and subscribe on the video. Just those little buttons that are down there. If you don't click them, they might come for you. Check out the other videos on the channel. There's some very interesting ones. I certainly have my favorites. Cough, cough, 73 animals. Yeah, and comment down below which one was your favorite, basically, because no one understands my language. Hazel, Poppy, Feeny, Dot. Pick one, and maybe you'll get another video. Goodbye.